Two people here. Amber, it's on
Hi,
you.
I'm Amber.
I'm Mark.
Hi, my name is Maddie.
Did you get us in there?
Oh, well, they can yell.
24 children from 12 different districts stuck in an arena together, forced to fight to the death until a lone victor remains. This is the story of the Hunger Games. If you've never heard of it, you've never been interested in reading it because it has some very dark themes, or you've already seen the movies so you don't think there's any need to read the books, I'm here to persuade you to read the books anyways because they are an incredibly relevant and haunting piece of literature that portrays deep emotions, that is only magnified by the books and is not quite as effective in the movies, shares an important political message, and introduces you to some of the most well-developed characters I've ever read about. As this is my favorite book series, I've read it all the way through 3 times, and I've seen the films countless amounts of times. I hope by the end I will persuade you to do the same. First, I think that you should read The Hunger Games because it portrays remarkably deep and difficult emotions. Throughout the story, the audience can see and feel the emotional toll that is taken on the tributes by having to constantly make life or death decisions. You also feel the characters' emotions that they're experiencing while trying to survive this incredibly difficult arena. The series also acknowledges the aftermath of violence. It states that even after winning the games, the emotional suffering does not end. There's lingering trauma and PTSD. PTSDUK.org explains that traumatic events can negatively affect thoughts, moods, and emotion. In Catching Fire, Katniss states, "All I can think about every day since the reaping is how afraid I am. There is no room for anything else." Also, because the book is written in first person as opposed to the movie, which is in third person, you can see and feel Katniss's unfiltered, cold, and panicked thoughts while she's in the arena. Second, I think that you should read the Hunger Games books because it holds an important political message. Suzanne Collins, the author of the Hunger Games books, plays on the Roman tradition of bread and circuses. This theory states that if the government provides their people with food and entertainment, it provides a valid distraction from the things that are happening. This is important because Suzanne Collins is trying to draw attention to the fact this is still in practice today, that if the government provides you with entertainment and thinks it'll distract you from the current political climate. Panem, the fictional country in the Hunger Games, also has a stark economic inequality. This disparity is between the capital and the districts. This serves as a critique of global economic disparity that is still happening today. Finally, the books, you get to hear Katniss's real thoughts on the capital's power over the districts. Tammy Lamb explains in one of her articles how the primary struggle for the capital for authority and the district's freedom lays the tapestry of capitalistic and oppressive society. This mirrors the real-world power struggles that still exist to this day. Lastly, I think that you should read the Hunger Games books because it has well-developed characters that you get to know even better through the books than you do in the movies. Screen time is limited, but on paper, you get to truly understand the characters' personalities and their background. For example, Peeta Mellark isn't just the baker's son. He is an emotionally intelligent boy with a strategic mind, and you really get to see this in the books because it's from Katniss's point of view. Second, Hamish Abernathy is more than just the drunk mentor to Katniss and Peeta. He is actually just as traumatized as all of the other victors. And finally, all of the relationships throughout the whole book, you get a better understanding of when you read the book instead of the movies because you're seeing them through the first-person perspective. An article by ResearchGate states this by explaining, due to the story being from Katniss's point of view, you witness the slow, painful development of trust in a world where trust is a liability and this helps you to understand the value of all of her relationships. In conclusion, whether you didn't think you were interested in the story, you had never heard of the Hunger Games, or you'd already seen the movies, so you didn't think you needed to read the books, I hope this will now make you reconsider that decision. By reading the Hunger Games books through Katniss's point of view, you will get a deeper understanding of the emotions, political message, and characters in the story. So pick up the book and experience Colin's writing. Discover why the story has remained a cornerstone of modern culture since its publication in 2008. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm still here.
I am Amber. I'm still here. Still alive, Mark.